Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Investing Bros, the most generous crypto community here on YouTube. We got a great show lined up for you guys today.
So taking a look here today, guys, 30-year fixed rate mortgages have come down. Congratulations. It's a whole 0.1% less than it was yesterday. If you're looking to buy a house, you can buy one for 0.1% less and you're still going to pay 6.81% on average for the national average of a 30-year fixed rate mortgage. So still not time to buy a house. Looking at balance of trades came in. They thought it was going to be down 75.2 billion on the consensus, 78.2 billion on the forecast. Actually came in at 74.6, a lot less than what it was previously. Imports and exports, looks like exports are down and it looks like imports are up. So we're not putting a lot of things out there to the rest of the world from U.S. goods, but we are bringing a lot of the world's goods into the U.S. So congratulations, Jay. Let's support some other countries' economies. Although I'm sure there's some countries out there that really appreciate it right now. Looking at Thursday, tomorrow, guys, initial jobless claims coming in. Like I said, 235,000 jobless claims of unemployment of what being filed for the past week is what is expected. It's at 232 currently from last week. So, and then that's going to be it until next week. True inflation up 1/100%. That is a massive tiny jump, but it is the first time we've seen it go up in a while too. So, but yeah, that's what we're looking at there. Bringing us in at 2.84, still by far more than 2% below the U.S. government's reported inflation right now. Jump over to liquidations. Bitcoin slowing down a little bit on that 300 million worth of liquidations that we were looking at before. Down now, it's only 140 million in liquidations. So what do you know? 54.6 million of those being Bitcoin, with almost 20 million in longs being liquidated, but 34.8 million in Bitcoin shorts being liquidated. Ethereum, not as high as the Bitcoin liquidations, but sitting at 34.34, about equal on longs and shorts. And the biggest winner of the liquidation game is OKX in the past 4 hours. Let's check the 24. Binance it is. There we go. So Binance is the big winner for the 24-hour period there.
We're 1 week away, guys, from the FOMC meeting. Not going to spend a lot of time here. 78% still predicting we're going to have a pause here. So 7 days still left to change this, but it's definitely looking like we're going to lean towards a pause and then reconsider in July. Do we need to raise interest rates? Bitcoin made a big jump last night on the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index. After being in fear for the first time in about a month or so, we're back up into neutral at 53 here. Price is down a little bit this morning, but let's go ahead and jump over to the chart, starting off by thanking Chart Prime. Once again, fantastic indicators. We're going to be using them a lot. We use them every single day, but you'll see them used a lot more today. Now, over in Bro Time, we talked about this a little bit yesterday, and I don't think any of us got this 100% correct. I predicted that we were going to bounce off this golden pocket. Sure enough, we did. And I think I said I thought we were going to kind of bounce around the 0.5 in this breaker block. We ended up hovering. We kind of hesitated at there, but then we dropped down to about the 0.382 and another breaker block on the 4-hour chart. Watch Bitcoin trade a little sideways for the next couple of days between the golden pocket and about 27,360 or so, 370, and maybe down here towards 26,500. Watch Bitcoin just kind of range here before breaking through. You know what I started to notice this morning is look at what we're starting to form right here.
Ooh, that looks like a head and shoulders. That's an inverse head and shoulders almost.
Nice little left shoulder. Our nice little head. And then remember, I told you I thought that we'd range right here, right? Well, if we did that, it's a pretty nice little right shoulder right there. Now we take the prediction tool, we come across, we got our neckline right here. We go to the bottom of the head up to said neckline. This would give us not only a breakout of this channel we've been in. Let me go out to the daily chart, show you guys. We've been in this falling channel here for ever since back here on April 10th or so. This would give us a price prediction all the way up here to 29,200. Cardano is down. So let's go on to the 4-hour chart here. We broke and lost support here that had been holding up. You guys know I've been using this. I was expecting not only a breakout of this falling wedge pattern up here towards 42 cents. I thought this pattern was going to send us back up to 50. Technical analysis did not work this time. The news for Cardano was so severe, it broke the support level. Now, it's not impossible for Cardano to break back up and reclaim this level of support and then continue on its way and make its way towards 50 cents or higher. We'll have to kind of see how the momentum goes, even though we all here at the Investing Bros and our community know that Cardano is not a security. Perception is everything here. And if people are perceiving it that way, if these weak-minded people are listening to Gary Gensler and thinking that he gets to make the declaration of what a security is and what it's not, then yeah, Cardano is going to struggle here for a little bit if they were invested and they don't want to buy back in. However, Cardano is still sitting in a nice little range here to be able to come back up. There's no real patterns kind of forming to the downside. Let me take a look at Fibonacci levels. Notice, even though we broke this support level, as long as Cardano stays above this 29-cent low that we had back here on March 9th, I'm really still not bearish on Cardano. Let's take it all the way to the current year-to-date high that we had back here just a couple of months ago. And you're going to notice right here, we're kind of hovering right at the 0.5. Technically speaking, the golden pocket sitting right here at 31 cents. If Cardano continues to get some bearish pressure on it, do not be surprised if we come down to these levels. But right now, at the 0.5 level is a nice level to kind of watch and look for some good entries. Let's look at the oscillators here from Chart Prime and see what they are saying, even out here on the 4-hour chart. We did get our nice little oversold flash here when we dropped last night. We're sitting very low on the RSI. Let's see what the daily chart is saying. It just crossed below the 30 on the RSI. We just had a green reversal flash come in. So what we are seeing right now is an overextended, an oversold price for Cardano.
Right now, currently, Ethereum fighting on the 4-hour chart with this breaker block. What I want to point out is, if you take a look at Bitcoin, let's look at Bitcoin on the same 4-hour chart here. You can see that the money flow kind of getting a curvature here and the trend is starting to come down. If we take a look at Ethereum, we kind of got the same picture, but the money flow not curving as much as Bitcoin's yet. So, which is interesting because Ethereum over the past 2 days has held up much better on pumps and dumps than Bitcoin has. So very bullish information coming out. What I'm watching for Ethereum to do here, guys, if we break the dynamic reactor right here, what I'm expecting is that we're going to come down to this line right here. This blue glowing line and orange glowing line that you see right here, guys. What this is a new free indicator. It's called MATS from Chart Prime. It gives you trends. We talk about it over there all the time. And Crypto Trade, shout out to him. He helped walk me through it yesterday on Bro Time. But yeah, I think we're going to come down to this. That would also make sense because we do have a point of control sitting here from our fixed range volume profile. Take a look at that. Yeah, you can see this big mountain right here. That's going to be that point of control that's coming across almost in line with the MATS trend line there. So it does look like we have some potential downside today. And then our oscillator ribbon on the Oscillator Pro here about to hit the 0 line. If we do not get a bounce here, then I do suspect that this is going to play out down to there. And you can see down here on the Prime RSI that the RSI line is starting to cross down on the signal line right here. So going to be curious to see how that one plays out too. Taking a look at Ethereum on the daily here, still trading really tight inside the value area high and the value area low. So right now, currently bouncing on that MATS trend line that I was telling you guys about earlier. That's that blue glowing line. It does look like money flow is about to actually pump back up though here. You see this curvature here, Tim?
Yeah.
Right there. It comes up and then it's starting to wave, right? It does look like money flow on the daily could be coming back up. And it looks like right here that the ribbon is going to get a bounce on the midline of the cloud here. So this looks like it's about to squeeze and come back up too.
The Cardano community is mounting an offensive against the US SEC for naming ADA a security. Of course, this article is talking about the lawsuit against Binance, in which case a lot of different coins, including ADA, are mentioned. In this filing, the SEC provided an overview of Cardano's background, expressing concerns about its level of decentralization. In support of its argument, the SEC contended that the Cardano Foundation handles legal custody and brand ownership. IOHK, an engineering firm led by Charles Hodgkinson, is responsible for blockchain design and maintenance, and Emergo possess a substantial portion of ADA's overall supply. They're quoted as saying these three entities collectively received 5.2 billion ADA following the initial mining of ADA, or approximately 16.7% of the initial token supply of 31.1 billion ADA, read the complaint. The regulator asserted that these companies sold the token to finance different aspects of their projects, such as development, marketing, and business operations. In response to the SEC's classification, members of the Cardano community took to Twitter to voice their support and counter the allegations. Dr. Shweta, a proponent of Ripple, emphasized that ADA cannot be considered a security, citing the Howey test, which states that cryptocurrencies meeting certain criteria can be classified as securities. According to his analysis, Cardano does not meet those criteria, as it was not offered to U.S. investors during the initial coin offering. He thus argued that it is not a security token, stablecoin, or decentralized finance token. Chris O, joining in, also pointed out that ADA ICO occurred in Japan and was not accessible to U.S. investors. Moreover, he highlighted the omission of the thousands of stake pool operators who actively participate in running the Cardano protocol. The pundit also expressed confidence in Cardano's decentralization, emphasizing that it would be the ultimate shield against such claims. Cardano among cryptocurrencies at risk of delisting on Robinhood. Cardano, Solano, I don't even know what he would call Matic or Polygon, but Polygon facing potential delisting from Robinhood trading platform amid recent legal actions from the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC. The potential. This is the key word. I want people to make sure they understand here. It's still potential, but they have come forward saying they're considering it. I think they want to see a little bit further as where this lawsuit goes. But keyword here, potential. The potential delisting of Cardano comes less than a year after the cryptocurrency was added to the Robinhood platform. The online brokerage listed on NASDAQ added support for the ADA cryptocurrency in September of 2022. This move was part of the broader expansion of Robinhood's crypto offerings that year. It initially started offering crypto in early 2018. This is what someone referenced earlier. The SEC asks for an emergency order to freeze Binance US assets anywhere in the world. Now, anyone out there, let us know if this breaks to being official. Again, the SEC has asked for it. We'll keep you up to date on if they officially get the acceptance or denial of it. Securities Exchange Commission filed an emergency motion with Washington, D.C. federal court Tuesday evening, asking them to freeze the assets of Binance U.S. platform and repatriate both fiat currency and crypto held by the service's customers. The freezing order only applies to Binance's 2 U.S. holding companies, not to the non-U.S. regulated international exchange. The order would apply to dozens of accounts held at Axos Bank and defunct Silvergate Bank, Prime Trust, and other institutions. There's a lot here. In fact, I think I almost highlighted the whole article because it was important. Let's read the rest of this and we'll move on. 2 foreign entities also controlled by CZ, Sigma Chain, and Merit Peak served as conduits for billions of dollars of customer money that was improperly commingled with Binance's funds, the SEC has alleged. Keyword there, alleged. The emergency restraining order was necessary, the regulator argued, to prevent the dissipation of available assets for any judgment, given the defendant's year of volatile conduct, disregard of laws in the United States. The order also compels Binance's founder, CZ, to show cause why a preliminary injunction against Zhao and his 2 holding companies should not be entered. The restraining order would also prevent all 3 entities from destroying evidence. Some states that I'm a little disappointed with here that are now suing Coinbase as well as the SEC: Illinois, Vermont, Alabama, Kentucky, California, Maryland, Wisconsin, Washington, New Jersey, and South Carolina are wussifying themselves, and they're backing the SEC, and they're trying to go after Coinbase as well. Polygon Matic, large transactions explode 742%. Pretty much, guys, we're seeing the Matic price go down, and we're seeing whales come back in. Traditionally, when you see whales moving and price going to the downside, they're moving money. That has not been confirmed just yet, but we are seeing wallets that are exceeding $100,000 start to get more active on Matic. That is not a bullish sign, and because of that, we're seeing Matic move to the downside. Last story we have here: Jack Dorsey is now under fire, and he's facing backlash after calling Ethereum a security.
Wow, you made it to the end of the video. Great job. Now, if you want more content like this, whether it be TA on Bitcoin and Ethereum or altcoins, or you just want to stay up to date on the latest and greatest news in crypto, then stay tuned and tune in to our 9 a.m. live show every single weekday morning. It's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And when you tune in live, use the keyword grip strength in the chat, and you'll get a special shout out from anyone who's paying attention to the chat. Love to see you there.